Hi, my name is Rachel Arnold, and I'm going to give my how-to speech. I'm going to first show you my audience. It's kind of high. Okay. According to Paula B. John, author of the book Don't Go Shopping for Hair Care Products Without Me, she states that over 50% of Americans over the age of 25 color their hair. At the end of my speech today, the audience will understand how highlights and lowlights are put into people's hair. First, I will talk about the consultation, followed by actually doing a highlighting process, and in the end, telling you how to wrap up this procedure. I've had my cosmetologist license for 5 years, and I've worked in a hair salon for 4, so I've had plenty of experience coloring people's hair. The two most common types of hair coloring are highlights and lowlights and all over colors. Today I'm going to show you how to do a highlighting process. Okay. First, you're going to start with the consultation, which is the most important part of doing a highlighting procedure. It's where you're going to figure out the look that the client wants to achieve. So I'm going to be looking and asking questions for certain things. First, I'm going to ask what look are they going for. I'm also going to ask if they want to do an all-over color or just add some highlights and lowlights to just break up the color that they have. I'm also going to ask, do they want to go lighter or darker with their hair? And I'm also going to look and see if they have any gray hair throughout their hair, because gray hair is stubborn and can be difficult to color. And then I'm going to determine if I'm going to use a semi-permanent or a permanent color. Semi-permanent color lasts for 4 to 6 weeks and kind of washes and fades out. Permanent color is permanent. So I'm going to decide on what is best suited for my client, and I'll mix up the color. Today I'm going to use bleach, which will lighten the hair, but you can also use color to add lowlights to the hair. Oops. First, I'm going to show you how to section off her hair. So today we're going to be doing a partial highlight. So you're going to make a rectangle section from the forehead of her head all the way to the crown of her neck, or the crown of her head, not the crown of her neck. And then you're going to section it off. Then you are going to make 2 side sections, which are just above her ear. And you will section those off as well. These foils over here are ones that are already processing, so I'm able to show you how to complete the process of highlight. After we do this, you're ready to begin your process of putting color in. So I always start on the left-hand side just because I think it's easier. I work left to right, but you can figure out whatever is most comfortable for you. So I'm going to take this section down, and I'm going to take a subsection of it. You can take a 1/2 inch subsection, which will create less highlights, and then you can also take a 1/4 inch subsection, which will create more highlights, and they'll be more close together. So right here, I have about a 1/2 inch subsection, and I'm going to do a weave. Now, when you do a weave, it's kind of like weaving. So you can sit here and do a lot of up and down movement, which will create highlights that are more of them and they're more blended, or you can sit here and create longer strokes, which will create bigger, thicker highlighting pieces. So I'm going to create a more blended look. I'm going to sit here and hold out the hair tightly, grab a foil, and you're going to fold it over to create kind of like a pocket. You will then place it under her and hold the foil tightly and take out the comb. Then after you do that, you will grab your product and apply it to the hair. Now you don't want to apply it too close to the top, because that can create bleeding, which will make spots throughout the head of hair. So make sure you leave a little bit of room available, and make sure that you also get it evenly applied all over. Otherwise you can create like a leopard effect. You're going to fold it in half, and I always take my comb and put it back under the flap and do it again, because it'll bring the foil back up to help you prevent it from not bleeding. You can also fold it again, which will help it not slip, which will prevent it from bleeding. And you can fold these in to create like a nice little package. Now I'm going to show you how to do one more. Now, highlighting is a very timely process. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. So you have to practice in order to get better at it. I remember when I was in beauty school, it would take me 4 hours to do a partial highlight, and that wasn't including the haircut or anything. And now it takes me about 2 hours to complete the whole entire service. So you can see that when you practice, you get better and can go a lot faster with it. So now I'm going to fold the foil again. I'm going to fold it in half, put my comb back under here to prevent it from bleeding, and fold it again. And you don't have to fold it at the corners if you don't want to. Okay, now we are going to pretend that she has all of her highlights in, and now we're going to take them out. To take them out, it kind of depends on what you used. If you use color, you need to follow the manufacturer's rules as how long it can process for. For highlights, you need to sit there and look at the first foil that you put in and the last foil that you put in. That'll kind of determine how fast it's processing. You want them to be kind of similar. So we're going to sit here and take these ones out. To take them out, you're going to have to take them out one by one, just like you put them in. So we're going to take them out. Okay. Now that we have them taken out, you're going to shampoo the hair and wash it and condition it and everything. I would say after you do highlights, to do a deep conditioner to put some nutrients and moisture back into her hair. And then after you've washed it and everything, the service is complete. So now, as you can see the highlights over here on her side of her head. She can sit here and style her hair as usual and do whatever she'd like with it. And you can see that now the highlights have put a very dimensional look into her hair. Now that you've seen how to put highlights in the hair, you can see that it's a timely process that gives beautiful results. Highlighting does take a lot of practice and patience, though. Don't expect to be perfect at it on your first try. Having the opportunity for men and women to put highlights in different colors in their hair allows them to change their look completely. Just don't change your look too much, otherwise you might not have any hair left to change. And here's my audience again.